Hello everyone. We got a bit of chaos going on here. We've got like 5 people in this voice channel here because it's time for the 4-way race. So we have, as I mentioned, we have Absent Friend, ghostlyTrickster, fady180, and wafflewizard. And Derek Lander, our boy Derek Lander, who will be commentating for us. So, Derek, if you want to take the cue from there, let me get this actually on stream. That would help.
For sure, yeah.
Flames, and now we have 4 games.
Three any percent race. Now, the whole gist of 3 any percent is that we are going to go to every single level besides speedways, and they are going to grab the last egg. We call it the end of level egg, and then they're going to leave through the next level. A lot of these levels have egg requirements, so basically they're going to be glitching through a decent bit of the levels. It's going to be a fun time. You'll see. But that's just the brief description. Do all the levels, get to the end, be quick, and then fight sorceress at the end. Get helmet. So with that out of the way, runners, I just want to say good luck as always. Hope it's a good race, and yeah, be good to go. All right. Racing starts in 3, 2, 1, go. Also, Spyro, could you share your Discord?
Yeah, I'll get that in a moment.
Video? Sorry. Alright, so I cannot see anything. I'm sorry, guys. Thank you. Sorry about this. Stream difficulty. Alright, so we are off. So the first thing I'm going to make a note of is the differences. Basically, all 4 runners here are playing on 3 different versions. Absent Friend on the top left is on PSTV. This is the fastest for loads, and you can tell he has already taken a lead. Bottom right and also top right is ghostlyTrickster and Waffle. They are both on PS2 with the fast disc speed option. This makes it to where the loads are a little quick, but not as quick as PSTV. And fady180 is on EMU. So he's going to have the worst time when it comes to loads, about 20 seconds, 25. So coming up here we have Sunny Villa, and the first trick of the run is going to be Sunny Villa proxy. In this level, the ending is right by the start, but it's over a big hill. So basically the runners are going to try to flame and get the enemy launched up with the flame, and then proxy off of it. And fady180 hits it quick, Absent hit it. And I couldn't see if Waffle hit it, but Ghostly's going to watch the cutscene. Gotcha. And basically, with that level, you just want to try to hit it. You have about 3 chances at it, but it's a very difficult proxy. Like, even though it's at the start of the run, it's not uncommon for people just to reset if they miss it. And usually a lot of resets happen. And then coming up here, we have 3 runners going for Waterfall. Waterfall is a very position-based trick where you want to charge at the right angle and at the right space, and you can just get a swim in there just like that. Absent and Fady immediately get it. Waffle struggling a bit, but we'll get it soon. And then with that swim in there, you can go underneath the map and basically go into Seashell Shore. Usually it has, like, I believe a 16 like egg requirement or something along those lines, 16 or 12. But we can just skip into it. So we have Absent and fady180 doing Seashell. It's a very straightforward level. They're just going to run straight to the end. wafflewizard is going to go for the swim in air off this way instead of Waterfall, cannot blame. And Ghostly is also heading to Seashell. So some levels you're going to see, we can kind of just glitch. Oh, what? Oh. Okay, bottom right is Wafflewizard. He is going Cloud Spires first due to Waterfall technicalities because he was struggling with it. And I think he's going to go for Winged Rhinoc proxy to try to save some time. And he will be. Ah, so close. He's going to go for it again, bottom right. Ah, one more time. And not quite. Alright, so basically in 3 any, the route is pretty set in stone, but you can technically do Cloud first, and it's not, like, not first, but second after Sunny, of course, and it's not the biggest deal, so some runners will do that. Nowadays, it's way more common just to do what everyone else is doing. Also, forgot to mention, but beautiful wall glides from Absent and fady180. You can wall glide to the top of Molten Crater, and then go for Boar Proxy, which is where you proxy off of the boar's back because it has an animation of it like launching up. And just like fady180 does, bottom left, you can hit it and just go over the wall. And one thing you're gonna notice a lot in Spyro 3, so I'm just gonna like say it here, is a lot of the levels are like kind of circular. Where the end of the level and the start of the level, if you draw a line to it, it's very close. It's usually just girded by a wall or some other obstacle. And the reason they did this was so backtracking would be easier if you was collecting everything, but we can take advantage of this and skip a huge chunk of some of these levels. So right now, we are just in Chaosville. Wafflewizard is now in Seesaw Shore, and everyone else is going to head to Cloudy once they get done with Molten. Fady and Absent are neck and neck. Ghostly and Waffle are also neck and neck. It's just harder to visualize that because they're in two separate levels, but they are neck and neck as well. And then fady180 here is going to do a momentum jump. Basically, if you charge, stop charging, and immediately go for a full hop into a glide, you get a little more momentum. Absent on top left just hit it as well. Skips doing the entire level because, you know, you can just go from the start to that point instead of going around the, like, oval-shaped design that was intended. And now everyone is in a loading screen, and this is where it gets really confusing because I, like, half know who did what. So fady180 is going to head over to Sheila, get the swim in air, gets it. Absent going to be right behind fady180. And then Waffle is going to head into Molten, and Ghostly is heading to Spires, so Ghostly and Waffle on the right just swapped. And Absent and Fady are both going to the same level.
Thanks
And then
again.
Wafflewizard Bomb right will go for the Boar Proxy, nails it. And then ghostlyTrickster top right's gonna go for momentum jump, gets it. And then Sheila is where Fady's at. So right now, Fady is technically in the lead. Sheila is very basic. It's kind of just a run to the end while hitting all the enemies, because it's kind of like an escort mission. And the NPCs won't move if there's enemies, like, anywhere on the map. Except for the one, like, moose back there. I don't know why he doesn't count, but he just doesn't. But all the other enemies do, okay? So, we gotta get all of them and destroy these mushroom houses. And Absent is heading to Sheila as well. And then Ghostly and Waffle also heading to Sheila as well. Everyone is going to be in Sheila. Fady's going to be first, Absent second, Ghostly's third, and Waffle's last. But all neck and neck, only about like 40 seconds off of each other, believe it or not. Even though we saw some weird routes and a few different tricks. So very cool. And then following Fady at the bottom left, after Sheila, you get teleported, and we are going to fight Buzz. Buzz is an interesting boss, I'll be honest, because for a casual player, he can be a little rough for a first boss. But in 3NE, he's a joke, and that's just because there's an exploit that speedrunners will take advantage of. And that simple exploit is that when you turn the camera away from Buzz, or certain enemies in this game, just in general, they won't attack you because the game devs were like, oh, well, that's cheap, you know, you didn't even have the enemy on screen. So on bottom left, we can see Fady turning the camera so Buzz doesn't get his flame out and doesn't do the attack. And then he also stands on the edge of the map, so Buzz doesn't really go that far. He just immediately lands from the lava and gets hit again. It's very optimal, and you can do the boss fight very quick. And with that being said, everyone should be heading to Buzz. And yeah, we got a race on our hands. This is close, baby. Wow. Very, very close. Fady's going to be the first one out. Absent should be behind him. Waffle and Ghostly are synced. I think Ghostly's ahead by a few. Oh, they're synced. Look at that. They're synced. That's so cool. Oh, they're even doing the same movement. Sorry about that. That's so sick. You don't really see like synced moments like that in Spyro 3. That's awesome. So Ghostly and Waffle on the right are both synced. Fady is out of Buzz and is now going to go for Bridge Swim. Basically, this bridge under here is a little wonky, and you can get Spyro in the state where he's like clipping through it. And while he's clipping it, if you swim at a specific point, you can just start swimming through the air. And we can take that straight into Sergeant Bird, as Fady just demonstrated. Very quick, by the way, for Fady. I mean, goodness. Yeah, Fady is indeed out of Sunrise. This is not a reset stream for Fady. Then Absint's gonna go for the swim in air. Kind of demonstrate what I was trying to talk about. Spyro's in the glitch state. You push square at the top of his momentum, and then you can go through. For Buzz, there's not... Buzz? What? Sorry. For Bird, we're done with Buzz, my gosh. For Bird, it's very simple. Basically, you're just gonna go to the end of the level as quick as possible. There's this door here you have to put weights on, so you have to put 1 weight, 2 weights. But other than that, a lot of it's just going fast. Yeah, Save, no joke. They were synced, man. They were 100% synced. Ghostly now going for the bridge. Just misses it, but will hit it. Waffle's also going for the bridge. They're both synced again. What? Waffle and Ghostly are both not quite synced, but they're both in the same general area, and they both just entered Bird. So Ghostly and Waffle have been tied nearly this entire race. Fady180 is coming out of Sergeant Bird, and Absent is about to leave Sergeant Bird. So very cool. And then after Sergeant Bird, we like to do Spooky Swamp. Spooky Swamp has a pretty huge egg requirement at this point. I believe it's 25 or something crazy. And it doesn't really matter because you can go on the ladder and jump to the pillars of the bridge and just go behind it and just get into the area. And the reason we can even do any of this is because every single portal in this game bleeds. And what I mean by that is that when you see a portal in the game, a lot of them are stored underneath the map. And the reason they're stored is because, once you get the egg requirement, it just, brings the portal up. It doesn't, change its, X, position. It just changes its Y. So if you can get out of bounds or out of the map, like Absint's going to do, and just go under where the portal is supposed to be, you can hit it. And, that's very useful, because, like I said, a lot of these levels require egg requirements, so we'll just be skipping into all of them, almost. And then Absint's gonna go for Croxy. Very nice. A little cool proxy there. If you Trojan to the Croc, and then you time an X press, and do a little twitch, then you can get some insane height and just fly to the end. It's very useful. And Fady is now going to head into Bamboo Terrorist. Same way as before, he went on the railing on the bridge and basically just entered the portal from out of bounds. And while we're here, might as well mention Bug Proxy, which Fady almost... Wow, that was a close attempt. Might as well mention Bug Proxy. So, there's a few proxies in this game that, a lot of people go for, but Bug is not one of them. Bug Proxy is probably, one of the smallest hitboxes to proxy off of in this game. And it's located in Bamboo, and it's off of the first bug you'll see loading in with Absint's perspective top left. And the bug, like I said, has a very small hitbox, but if you can hit it and then glide to the right, you can skip a decent portion of the level and immediately just head straight to the end. Granted, it's not free, because after you do that, you have to go for some weird wall movement tech. But if you do hit it, it does save a decent bit of time. I think it's almost 10 or something. Something along those lines. But enough about all of that. I think everyone is entering or leaving Bamboo. We'll see if Waffle gets Bug Proxy. And he gets a little one, not quite high enough. Oh, there's no way. Bottom right Waffle is going for something dumb. Not quite. So basically what Waffle was trying to go for, and I guess I have to explain that now, is there is a strat where you can proxy off of that guy, and then do a Sproto maneuver, which is where you charge and glide at the same, not the same time, but in a rhythmic, motion. and you can kind of like climb the wall. It's very difficult. I mean, very, very difficult. So the fact that Waffle went for it, very, very mad respect for that. That's insane. And this is the one time I'm happy I don't have audio. I'm sorry for you guys who do have gameplay audio, because Enchanted Towers has some very, very loud audio sound effects. Also, Absent Friend with the humongous proxy off of the jackhammer. You don't see that nowadays. That technique was deemed obsolete. Absent is proving that it's still valid. What a proxy, oh my gosh. So basically, you can get squeezed between the jackhammer and the wall. And when the jackhammer hits you, it'll, pop you up. It's kind of like forgone because a lot of people will go for a different strat where you can kind of just glide and try to make a very tight jump. But Absent Friend hitting it like it's nothing, that was insane. And fady180 is in Icy Peak. He is still the leader. Make sure to keep an eye on him. Waffle also going for the insane proxy. 2 people going for that is ridiculous. Doesn't get it though. And he doesn't get the other one either, so he's going to have to go for the Enchanted Towers tight jump. And he does make it! That jump is tighter than it looks, people. Trust me.
Oh, by the way...
And then Ghostly is also going to go for the jump. This jump, like I said, is very tight. You have to basically hover, like, at a very specific point. And Ghostly gets it too. Nice. Very nice. And then once out of this level, we're heading over to Icy Peak. And over in Icy Peak is where Absent Friend, top left, is currently at. There is a humongous jump where you can kind of just skip to the end of the level. And it's definitely not intended, but the main issue is just how tight it is. Absent just barely gets it off. Very cool. But it's a huge time save, and it's not just 10 seconds or 15 huge like I've been saying all day. It's like nearly like 35, like 40. Like, you want to hit that jump. That is a huge time save, and it's to the point where if you miss it, or like, you die, it's worth just going for again. So like, even though Waffle just died on the jump, bottom right, he's going to go for it again, because it just saves so much time versus doing the entire level the intended way. But back over to Fady on the bottom left. He's on that's not Scorch. He's on whatever his name is. I cannot believe I don't remember it. But basically, it's the second boss fight. It's Spike. There we go. Absent and Fady are on Spike. My gosh. And this boss fight's real simple. He's gonna drop certain like items to use. Very, very simple fight. He can be annoying at times. His shots can hit. But most speedrunners don't have an issue with this boss fight. The one we mostly have an issue with is going to be Scorched, which I will talk about when we get there. It's very unfortunate.
Listen.
Also, ghostlyTrickster hitting the jump, going to be leaving Icy Peak. Waffle is already going. Absent's already done, and Fady's climbing. Everyone seems to be like 10 seconds apart from one another. Fady is 10 seconds apart of Absent. Absent's 10 seconds apart from Waffle. And then Waffle's 10 seconds apart from Ghostly is what it looks like. Also, Fady hitting a huge skip. That is Bentley skip. Basically, Bentley has a humongous gem requirement, like 1,200 gems. And you can go out of bounds and hit his portal and basically, enter it early. It's the toughest portal to hit in the game in terms of, like, going out of bounds. And the reason for that is because you're not swimming in air, you're kind of just gliding to it. And even though, like, you want to hit first try, it's definitely not uncommon to miss it. So Absent is going to go for it as well. You kind of go out of the map and then, like, curve back where it should be. Absent hits it. Very good. And it's really difficult. That's seriously the hardest, like, out-of-level, like, entry for this run. And I've definitely missed it a fair few times as someone who used to run 3-any. But with that being said, we have Fady and Absent both on Bentley. And then ghostlyTrickster just finishes Spike, and Waffle's heading over there as well. All these runners are going to go for the Bentley skip because it's required in any percent. We don't have 1,200 gems, we just don't. So because of that, we have to hit that skip. or like, you know, just waste nearly like 30 minutes grabbing gems, which at that point it's not really any percent. So we definitely need to hit that. It's not an option. Waffle's going to go from the right side, still hits it. You can hit it from two different sides. It's called left side or right side. Right side is more based, and that's what you should do, but left side is quicker. So that's what some people will do as well. The main difference is just Honey Speedway, another portal, is located on the left, so people will go to the right to avoid Honey Speedway. Because Honey Speedway is down here with Bentley, and it's very common to get into Honey Speedway by accident. And we don't have to do the speedways. They're not required for any percent. So if you accidentally end up there, you just immediately need to leave. And then Fady is going to be hand the Frozen Altar. Is going to be going for a Mammoth Proxy. If he hits it right, he can go over the wall. Oh, just misses it. Will he go for Ice Wall? No, he's going to go for the corner boost. No, Fady doesn't hit the corner boost either. He's going for Ice Wall now. That opens the door up for Absent Friend on the top left. If Absent Friend can make it to Frozen Ultras and hit Mammoth Proxy, he would take the lead, nearly. Oh, but maybe not. Maybe not. Fady180 hits Ice Wall, which is a proxy where you like milk the Ice Wall a specific way, and you can get stuck between the Ice Wall and the regular wall, and it'll boost you up. So Fady hitting that actually is huge. Oh, Absent gets Mammoth Proxy. Absent has caught up to Fady, probably like 6 seconds apart. Then we got Ghostly and Waffle both doing Bentley. Even after Bentley, they'll be hand the Frozen. So all in all, not too far behind, could easily catch up. Waffle Wizard is out, and Ghostly will be soon. And then finally, we have a level that I'm gonna have to talk about for nearly like 3 minutes. And I know I'm not doing great on the information side, I'm sorry, but Fireworks Factory has an issue. It has the Firefly proxy, and basically this is the scenario. You either save like 35 seconds or you do the entire level. There's no in between. And Fady180 bottom left just misses it. Absent top left just misses it. So, in actual PB attempts, if you miss Firefly, people would literally just death abuse and rather go for it again than run through this level. Running through the level like this instead of doing Firefly is 35 seconds to like 40. So for PB attempts, like most people would just death abuse and just keep going for it and possibly reset. For a marathon, it's much more acceptable to just run through the level if you miss it. ghostlyTrickster hitting a huge Mammoth Proxy though, my god. The height on ghostlyTrickster's Mammoth Proxy was unreal. And because of that proxy, ghostlyTrickster has taken the lead over Waffle. Both of those players are still pretty synced. Same goes for Absent and Fady. So this is a pretty close race between left side and right side. We have Absent and Fady close, and Ghostly and Waffle Wizard close. And after Fireworks Factory, we are going to hand the Lost Fleet. And Lost Fleet doesn't have a whole lot to say. The main tech is kind of just to run through the level. There's a few other things you could do, but it doesn't save a lot of time. But we might see Fady do it, because Fady is a fan of going for weird tech. And one of the weirdest techs, and he actually went for it, was getting hit by that lobster. And if you get hit by the lobster as the guy runs by and you get squeezed, you can get sent up high. Sadly, Fady misses it, but Fady and Absent both hit the backup, which is where you get a little boost from those triple enemies, and they launch you up. This skip saves, I'm not even joking, like, not much. I'm talking maybe 4 or 5 seconds. But it does look cooler, I will admit. It does look cooler, and it does save time, so that's why they do it. Also, bad news, ghostlyTrickster and Waffle Wizard both missed Firefly, which means, sadly, no one got Firefly this run. Which isn't uncommon. Firefly is, like, a really tough trick. It's basically like the bug proxy I talked about, except a little more forgiving. So it's not super, like, insane that no one hit it, but would have loved to seen it. Also, Absent Friend just gamed over, what? I was not paying attention. Absent friend top left has gamed over. And the reason that's bad is because in Lost Fleet, once you get to the end of the level, you want to do what we call zombie, which is where you pause on the same frame you should have died. And when you do that, you can do what Fady's doing right now. The game thinks you're dead, even though you're not, so the game just lets you take your swim out of the water and like anywhere you want to go. And it looks like Absent Friend must have missed zombie and had to game over and go all the way back to get it. fady180 is, sorry about the lip smacking. fady180 is gonna go for cat proxy, I assume. Cat proxy is just another proxy we've been talking about. Very nice. Same idea. You can get Spyro's hitbox stuck into an enemy, and once you get stuck into the enemy, you can kind of just do the little twitch motion, the X and no, square and X presses. And you can just get a high proxy, and Fady makes quick work of that level. First try cat proxy is actually pretty huge. It's not the toughest trick, but it's also one that's easily chokeable. Absent's gonna go for cat proxy, hopefully he gets it as well. He gets a low one, that's not going to cut it. Luckily you have 2 chances to hit it. And he has another low one, but with the second cat you can go on the wall, and this bush here has no collision. Absolutely none, just because why not? So because of that, Absent can also get cat proxy and also skip almost the entire other level. wafflewizard is going to be going for zombie, it looks like. And it looks like ghostlyTrickster does have zombie. And then this is where the run really just intensifies. This is where, only thing I can say is that places in the positions might change. Because we have Scorch, which fady180 is currently on and Absent Fury. Scorch has a very funny mechanic called Bentley RNG with the rockets. Bentley has 2 rockets he can give you in this run. He can give you the based red ones or the trash green ones. The green ones are 1 shot and they do like 1 bar of damage. The red ones are 50 shots and they do 1 bar of damage. So in case you didn't hear that correctly, one gives you 50 ammo, one gives you 1, but they both do the same damage. It is I don't know why. It's probably a sign of rush development, but because of that, you want first try reds bad. If you get trolled and you don't get red rockets from Bentley because it's a 50-50, so sometimes you will get the green rockets. If you end up with just green rockets for your first 3, you could lose upwards of 30-40 seconds. And if you get really unlucky and get 8 green rockets in a row, you could lose 2 minutes. I have seen paces from all of these runners die to Scorch RNG just because they didn't get red rockets. And it's at the very end of the run. So it's very upsetting. But also good cat proxy by Waffle. Same with Ghostly, just missed it. Ghostly gets green rocketed though, that sucks. So that green rocket, like I said, same damage as the red, but just 1 shot. fady180 didn't even give me a chance to explain that. That is helmet proxy, and that is a requirement in any percent, because the Sorcerer's Door requires 100 eggs. We don't have 100 eggs. So because of that, you need to go under the helmet and do some precise movement that, even though I've done before, I'm not even going to try to explain. Just look at Absent do it. That's insane. You basically need to do a quarter circle in a Spyro game. You need to hold the camera button, get underneath the helmet, and then do a halfway spin quarter circle if you know fighting games. And then you can get launched up the wall. And it's very precise, it's very annoying, but it is a requirement any percent unless you grab 100 eggs. So if you're new to 3indie and you ever want to try it out, you definitely could get stuck there. It is not uncommon at all. Also, speaking of bad luck, ghostlyTrickster top right just got a bunch of green rockets. Very unfortunate. And then Absent and Fady on the left are both on Sorceress. This is going to be close for first place. For Sorceress, you got 3 phases. You got the cannon, you got the based tank, and you got the crappy UFO. The cannon's okay, it's the first phase, so you have to do it. The UFO is dog. like you don't want to use the UFO, and then the cannon is ghost because it has a bunch of shots. And look at this, fady180 gets UFO skip, doesn't even let me finish it, and he's done. That's time for fady180, 28-29. Didn't even give me a chance to explain the trick, and now Absent gets it. Oh my gosh. GG's to both runners. Absent is going to be finishing very soon after getting UFO skip, and he does! 28-45! GG's, my gosh. So UFO skip is where basically you get on the cannon phase, and you shoot your last shot as you jump off. And because of that, Agent 9, who shoots down the balloons, that gives you the, weapons, can give you another cannon when you're technically supposed to receive a UFO. Both of them hit it, don't even give me time to explain it, and both of them finish with incredible times, 28-45, 28-29. That is insane for a marathon run. I'm not even joking. That's like, I think fady180's PB is like maybe 2 minutes faster than that or something like that. That is insane. GG's. And speaking of GG's, Ghostly hits Helmet Proxy, and so does Waffle! We have another race going on. We have ghostlyTrickster and a wafflewizard both doing Sorceress around the same time. It's all going to be who gets UFO skip. My goodness. So for Sorceress, the first phase you kind of have to wait for the cannon to spawn. So as you can tell, Ghostly and Waffle are kind of both just waiting around. Ghostly gets the cannon. You want to shoot it at the Sorceress. You want to hit her about 2 times, but if you could get more in, that'd be cool. And then once you hit her twice, you're guaranteed to get the tank next. So that the next weapon that's going to spawn is the tank. And because of that, you can do UFO skip, where you get on the tank in the last shot before the UFO phase starts, you jump, and Agent 9 will just give you another one. Sadly, oh no, sadly ghostlyTrickster has to jump due to the fireball. Both these competitors are basically tied. ghostlyTrickster has more damage on the Sorceress slightly, but wafflewizard gets the cannon! And he jumps! And he gets it! That might be UFO skip, I have no clue. I have no clue if the game's gonna give Waffle a UFO or not. Ghostly has a UFO! It looks like it's not UFO skip. Waffle's gonna get a UFO. It's gonna all come down to UFO shots. ghostlyTrickster getting a huge lead on the UFO. Waffle's UFO will not spawn. And there it is. And for UFO, the best way to do it is just do a circle, shoot, do a circle. That's all it is. But you could definitely miss some shots. And it's going to be close. Both of them are at the same health. Looks like ghostlyTrickster slightly ahead of Waffle. If Ghostly doesn't miss a shot, they will be good. And they're good. Time. And then wafflewizard about 5 seconds behind. Time. GG's. Oh my gosh. 2 races back to back is basically what we just saw. Oh my gosh. Very cool, very cool. GG's to ghostlyTrickster and Waffle. Insane. Also, really good times. 31:40, 31:36 is still respectable 3 times. That's still like halfway up the board. That is very cool. My goodness. Close competition between Absent and Fady. Close competition between Ghostly and Waffle. You love to see it. And, my gosh, my voice is drained. Can I say that? It is so difficult to commentate 4 people and then like try to explain tricks that is 3-any. But that's just how it goes, man.
That is insane. How close that was.
Yeah, two races back to back is what it felt like.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh my.
I was a little late on marking Fady's being done.
Yeah,
but other than that, yeah, it really caught me off guard. I think it caught you off guard too.
It caught me off guard because he hit UFO skip, and not only did he hit UFO skip, he also got like a good like tank spawn. Like he was just immediately like at the Sorceress ready to go. Caught me very off guard. But yeah, incredible times from all the runners. If you have any interest in seeing some more 380, make sure to check all of these guys out. Seriously, they're all great runners. All of their Twitches are the same as on screen. And if you want to learn 380 yourself, be sure to hop into the speedrunning Discord and ask any one of these fine gentlemen. They'd love to help you. Seriously, they love this category. And with that all said, I think Waffle Wizard is going to go for a quick corruption. If we could show that real
Ooh,
quick.
yeah, yes. Let me get his game audio
So,
on.
bottom right Waffle Wizard is going to go for a corruption where basically all the graphics are going to get messed up and the game's going to overflow with just VRAM. There's a lot of ways you can do this in Spyro 3, but Crystal Islands is the most common. And sometimes you can get some cool... And Waffle... Okay, never mind. Waffle Wizard decided he was done. Oh no! Alright, never mind. I thought he was gonna go for the corruption, but he just stopped. Alright, I'm sorry guys. I just lied to like 80 people. I'm sorry.
Well.
Alright, but
Disco slide, gotta love it.
Yeah, Disco slide, man. But with that all said, thank you guys for letting me host. Sorry, it was a little rough.
You're one person covering 4 people. It's fine.
Yeah, it was rough. Some of these people are just too quick, man. Slow down, you know.
Imagine going fast in video games.
It wouldn't be me. Wouldn't be me.
Clearly, we have no idea what that means here.
But yeah, you can take it over, Phoenix. Thank you so much for having us on and letting us do this any % race for Spyrothon. Everyone here I know had a blast, and it was a really good showing. So
You got it. Yeah, I think every single time we've had an OG 380 race like this, it's always been close in some way. It's great.
Oh.
It's such a good category for it.
Oh yeah, it's insane. So
Yeah,
with that all said, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the event, and I'm gonna go relax. My voice needs to take a break.
Get some water.
Get some water. Yep.
Yes, so all we have left now is SRT 380, and that's it. That's the end. So, with that being said, there's not really a whole lot left to do here except to just head on to the big screen, and I will get Sir Boris ready. He will be the one leading us out of the event.
Gotcha. Alright, Sir Boris, good luck.
Alright, thanks everyone for watching. Stick around for this one last run. Should be pretty good. This is a lot more chill of a run in comparison. I don't know SRT3 all that much myself, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot less flashy compared to 380 being very fast paced, so this should be a nice way to kind of cool down and end off the event pretty nicely. So bear with, we'll be there in a few minutes.